Okay, here's a look at my horizontal boring rig. Pretty simple mechanism. It's just dovetails basically that slide in each other. One layer gives me one axis of motion. You add the second layer for the other axis of motion. Very simple mechanism. These are my adjustable stops, so I can adjust for the size of the mortise that I want to bore with this rig. Alright, here's a walk around of the machine. Here's my sliding table. You can see both axes of motion that I get out of my dovetailed ways. Here's my toggle hold down. I could use another one just to give me a little bit more solid hold on my workpiece. Here's one of my stops. You can see it just works by hitting the edge of the table as the table moves. It's adjustable. I had these knobs left over from another project. They work perfectly. They're just stuck into a T-bolt on the back so that I can slide my stops back and forth. Power source for this is just a 690 Porter cable router. I'm using a 1/2 inch upcut carbide spiral bit to do the boring, just because I had one. I could probably get by with a 3/8 and it would cut a little bit easier. I wouldn't have to take as many passes. The mechanism sits on a pivot fence. You can see the bolt there, that's the pivot, and here's my lockdown clamp, and it slides in this groove. If I want to take it up or down, I just lift up the fence and the whole rig moves, and that's how I adjust my height. If I want fine adjustment, I've got this other knob here. Gives me a little bit more control, and I just lock her down when I want it. That's pretty much it. I built this thing out of scrap Baltic birch plywood and MDF that I had laying around, scrap hardware, and a router. Cost me basically nothing. Expended, I'll have to buy another toggle clamp, but for now it got me through this project, and I'll be ready to go for the next one. Alright, here's a look at the boring jig in action. Got a piece of red oak clamped up on the table. Here's a look at the mortise. There's no need to square off the corners. It's easier to round over the corners of the tenon. The loose tenon slides in. Easy enough.